ReptileAds.com is the modern marketplace for buying and selling reptiles, amphibians, and exotic pets. Built by Purple Turtle Technologies, we're creating the most trusted platform in the industry. Join thousands of breeders and collectors on the most trusted reptile marketplace. List your animals, connect with buyers, and grow your business with Reptile Ads. Enjoy our easy access to stores as well as a genetic calculator for your convenience. Stop by and check us out today.
Hello, hello, hello. How you doing out there? Hey, Mike, your microphone was on silent. You there? I'm not hearing you at all. No sound from you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right, it's muted.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Wonderful. Got into StreamYard a little early. Found out that all my graphics was gone.
Oh, no.
Disappeared. I don't know what happened.
I didn't do it.
No. I know it updated. So I don't know if something happened then, but so the intros and outros and all that kind of thing is not the best today, but it'll be what it'll be.
Yeah.
So how's Kentucky?
Hot as hell. It's like 88, 89 degrees.
That's hotter than it is here.
Yeah. So we went from like 50s and 60s in Michigan to 90s here.
Well, that's your redneck Riviera.
Yeah. I had to rush out and get a key because my wife forgot the key on the counter earlier. So I had to go out to where my mom and dad's working and rush back. So.
Yeah.
But.
Well, we've got a fantastic guest in the back. We got a few people out there in the chat right now. The wife's out there and Dickie Foster.
Hey, what's up, Dickie?
And our buddy Nick from 666 Serpents.
What's up, Chooch? What's up, Nick?
He's my friend. I like Nick a lot. Well, we're going to go ahead and bring Jesus out to the stage from Rising Sun Serpents. Fantastic breeder, a fantastic story. So we'll go ahead and get him in here and see what we can do.
Let's go.
Hey, Jesus.
What up? What up?
What's up, Jesus? How's it going, buddy?
It's going, man. It's going.
It's all fly in the neighborhood, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us this beautiful, hot Sunday morning, afternoon.
Y'all say it's hot. I'm over here in the 50s.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling G-Paws and everybody in the chat. I left Michigan was 50s and low 60s, and down here in Kentucky, it's 90s.
No, yeah, it's definitely hot, man. No, I'm staying up here. I'm a Wisconsin native, man, through and through.
That's hotter than it is here in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Right now, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, hey, sis, we all know you from being on the Sophisticated Ignorance and hanging out with Wiz and the guys over there.
The whole West Chain.
But not everyone knows you or knows a lot about you. So go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, everybody knows me as, Jesus or Loverboy from the Sophisticated
Loverboy.
But, let's see. Where do I start? Well, I'm 36. Just turned 36 this year in April. A father, got 2 kids. It's a little demon spawn of mine. They're 10 and 9. Rocking the dad life over here.
For sure.
Let's see. Ex-military, did some time in the Navy. I'm in construction. I got back into the hobby just about beginning of 23, and then I met Keys.
Hey, Keys.
What's up, Keys?
What Nick? I met Wiz through like somebody mentioned him, and then he's been my mentor since 23, so he's helped me out a lot. I can go to him for any trouble, or and he comes to me if he needs any rodents. So it's nice to have somebody close that I can talk to.
Definitely.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Get those comments out of your face there so people can see you.
It's all good.
How did you enjoy your time in the military? And thank you for your service first.
Oh, thank you. Military life was pretty easy for me. You know, it's just staying out of trouble, follow the orders, and did a lot of drinking. So drinking was taken care of early on in my life. So I don't drink no more. So
Yeah.
There you go.
I got what, like, I think 13 years, 14 years. No drinking, just coffee and energy drinks, man. Keep me running.
Yep.
I think
Now,
it, go ahead,
I'm
Mike.
sorry. Go ahead. When you, what year did you go into the Navy, and what was your MOS?
Okay,
What made
so
you go into the Navy?
what made me went into the Navy? I wasn't really like paid attention in school, so I was kind of a slacker in school. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do really good in college, so let's see what military life's about. Um, I went in literally 12 days after I graduated. Joined the Navy. I initially wanted to go into the Marines, but I was a little bit, heavier back then. I was peaking like 250,
Yeah.
Yeah.
260. Um, so I went Marines. Marines didn't want me. I went Army. Army's like, nah. I was like, forget the Air Force, forget the Coast Guard. The only branch left is Navy. So I went straight into the Navy recruiters. Lost a lot of weight. Lost 30 pounds before going in. Lost another 30 when I was in.
There you
So
go.
I capped out at 190, and my MOS was Sparky. So I was an electrician for construction battalion, NMCB 3, out of Port Hueneme, California. So I spent a lot of time in California, Texas, Mississippi. So
Well, Mississippi wasn't too bad.
no, Gulfport. I was in Gulfport, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
there
was
you go.
nice, man. The food is great. People are nice. I mean, probably about the only state that I probably would go to would be Mississippi.
And then when you say you were doing electricity and stuff in the military, do you use that now? As construction when you do your construction, or you do what do you
uh,
do construction
right
now?
now, right now, I work for a company that does new construction and renovations. So
Okay.
it's a lot of everything that I learned in the military. I do a lot of demo work, cement, building walls, pretty much all the things you can think of in construction.
That
I'm
always
doing
helps
right.
out.
I'm
When
doing
you're,
right now.
yeah, that always helps when you have that prior experience and stuff like that. So
I think
And it,
definitely. I think definitely the Navy probably is a rite of passage to go out drinking and things. Here in
yeah,
Pensacola, we have a lot of military, a lot of Navy,
mm, yeah,
and one of the first gentlemen I worked with, I learned a lot from. He was a retired Master Chief, and I guess he was a beast of a man that you think about it, because from daylight till about noon, 1 o'clock,
mm.
he'd probably drink 5 gallons of coffee.
hey,
Sounds about right.
And then after 5 o'clock, till he went to bed, he probably drank 5 gallons of beer.
That's even more
yeah,
accurate. I could tell you, yeah.
Every day, 24/7, same
Oh
way.
yeah, I remember. Oh man, I remember countless stories of drinking till 2, 3 in the morning, waking up at 5, going to PT, shit drunk, and then hydrating on nothing but grape Kool-Aid and Monster. So
yeah.
What?
yeah,
How many years did you serve? What was your
uh,
rank when you got out?
I was at E3 when I got out. I was going up for E4, but I mediced out because I broke my leg in two. So,
Oh, damn.
or else I would have been doing 6 years. But I probably
Six.
would have. I probably would have more than likely extended to like make it a 10 year. But I ended up busting my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our youngest, well, not our youngest son, but my wife's youngest son, my stepson, he joined the Air Force out of high school.
Nice, nice.
He spent 8 years
Okay.
in cybersecurity command.
Ooh.
Uh,
Okay.
That's all.
most of the time he got stuck at Offutt Air Force Base or Joint Air Force Base out in Nebraska.
Yeah. Probably.
And
Yeah.
then he had to sign up for 2 more years to get transferred out of there. So he ended up at Fort Wayne, Indiana, St. Louis,
Yeah.
No. Okay.
St.
When I
Louis,
was oh,
Scott Air Force Base. I'm sorry. And but he stayed there. He got out, did all his stuff. The military helped him find a job and that kind of thing. he worked the same job, the same desk for about a year as a contractor. And I'm not sure exactly what he's doing now. I just know it's something that a bunch of the generals there at Scott Air Force Base, he's their executive communication engineer working directly for those generals. So
Nice. So he got a nice cushy job.
yeah, yeah. He didn't like military life too much because he's big on structure and rules and things, and he just didn't feel like anybody really followed the rules.
Yeah, that's anywhere really, not military or other jobs.
There's a lot of rule breakers in the military. I can tell you that right now.
And I think it was another thing got him is everybody wanted to be in charge and nobody wanted to take the responsibility.
Yeah, too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
I was about to say that. Too many chiefs.
Sorry about that, dude.
No, you're good. No, I mean, but it is true. You know, there's a lot of knuckleheads in the military. I mean, especially if you had habits prior to going in. So it's like there is some like people that are like follow the rules to the T, but then there's some like slackers and they're like, they're just doing the service, as a job and not really like an actual passion for it. So
Right.
like I said, if I wouldn't have snapped my leg in two on my third year in, I would have stayed in probably 6 and then do an extension and do a 10, and then I would have gotten out at 10 years. So
There you go.
what up, Jem? What up? So,
I wanted him to stay in myself and do his 20, whatever.
Yeah.
And I just think I felt personally the benefits and things for his future would have been better. He'd have been 38 when he got out.
Yeah, same. I would have been 28 if I did 10, but for a 20 I would have been 38.
But
then you get out with your full pension and.
But he's also making probably 4 or 5 times the money now.
Damn.
Yeah, because I'm private. Well, depending if he's like private sector or just regular civilian side, but there's a lot more money to be made when you get out and you go into the private sector, depending on the specialty.
He did have an advantage going in. He did 4 years of ROTC in high school.
So yeah, that definitely helped him.
So he went in as an E3.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do in high school. Well, I did that in high school. Senior year, I was in second command of like 240 students. And then it was like, all right, the Navy wanted me, the Marines wanted me. They're like, all right, take your test and all that. And they're like, oh, you have a rare eye disease. It's like, really?
Oh, damn.
You can't see at night, can you? No. They're like, well, as soon as you jump out of the plane, you can hit the ground before you even know to, pull your parachute. You can't do that. So I was like, well, shit. I was working on airplanes and stuff in school, in high school, junior year and senior year. We were going to get the general power plant license and all that. And go into military doing that and say, well, all that went to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know of a few people
that
wanted to join the military when I was in high school, but two people had asthma. You can't really have asthma. Another person has some sort of like heart condition. He didn't know about it until they went for the test and they're like, oh, you have some heart murmur thing going. You can't do that. Nope, you're out.
Well, actually, when David went in, he wanted to be a K-9 MP.
Oh, nice.
And for whatever reason, his hearing was 1 point off, which kept him out of that.
Oh, man.
So, but he ended up in a better situation with cybersecurity anyway.
No, yeah, cybersecurity, that's also one of the things, too, is like, when you join the military that they don't really tell you a lot, the recruiters do, is a lot of the jobs don't transfer as easily to the civilian side. So cybersecurity, anything to do with computers does transfer perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But like other MOSs don't really transfer. For example, like electrician work, when I got out, I wanted to go into the local electrician company up here in Wisconsin, We Energies. Well, I didn't get in, and then they're like, well, what do you have for experience? I was like, well, my military career, my training. I went through electrician school and everything. They're like, oh, that's nothing. I'm like, what? So I was just like, damn. So then I did 3 to 4 years for a construction company doing electrical work, and then I started the union thing. Then I missed the union exam for some odd reason, and I never went back to it again. So
I can remember in high school we all took the ASVAB test in our senior year, and I've just always been blessed intellectually and educational wise. I
mhm.
don't have to study real hard and things, so I test real well. I missed 2 questions on the entire test,
Damn.
Nice
and
babies.
they were beating my door down.
They're like,
I
get
can
your butt in
imagine.
here.
My problem was I was 6'4", 6'5", and 300 pounds,
Yeah, that'll
and
do it.
even at their weight of like 230 or 228 might have been the max of what it could have been then. I kind of remember.
Yeah,
I
it goes off of BMI, so it's a
Yeah.
I
body
would
body fat max index or something like that.
I would have been anorexic.
No,
He been whistling in the wind on G-Paw.
No, seriously, my bones. I mean, like my bones, like on my wrist and things like that, are twice the size of some people's. I mean, I'm just a large person.
but I mean, if you were like what you say you're 6'4" now.
Yeah,
So if you would have dropped to 240, that would have been decent, you know, because my brother-in-law, he's 6'4", 6'6", and he's about 240.
yeah,
He was a little bit bigger, but he dropped a lot of weight because he had that balloon thing put in his stomach
yeah.
Oh yeah.
to help him lose weight because he was chunky. He was chunky.
That's what
I,
I need to get done. Get rid of this belly I got.
I have experienced that. I have been up to 500 pounds twice in my life.
Oh wow.
The first time I had the surgery done,
Hmm.
and it worked. You know, worked well, but I endured a lot of tragedy and trauma and illness and things, and was kind of bed fast, chair fast, if you want to say, and gained it all back.
Hmm.
And then over the past year, I've dropped from a size 60 in pants to 42.
Nice. That's really good. No, I had what was it? After my divorce, I was I was peaking almost my original weight of 250, but that summer of 23, I decided I was like, nah, I'm too big, you know. So I ended up wearing my plate carrier everywhere I went,
Yeah,
and I dropped to 220 in the span of like 6 months, and that I still eat like like a good meals here and there, and so I went from 220, now I'm down to 206.
that's good.
So I'm trying not to go above 210, but I still eat every day, breakfast and lunch and dinner. So
I forget to eat, and my wife makes me eat now because nothing tastes good. You know,
Yeah.
the things that I used to enjoy and crave and those kind of things now,
hmm,
eh, you know, it is what it is. But
I can't stop eating, man. My kids are the same way. They're always hungry
they
all
are
the
when they're
time.
that age for sure. All that energy they got
Yeah.
burned.
Uh,
They're growing.
yesterday, I was at my mom's house because my aunt and my uncle were there from Baja, and we were grilling and everything. And my two kids, my boy, he slammed 2 hot dogs, a cheeseburger, and then just like a single hot dog that he grabbed from from the table. He's like, yeah, yeah, munching, munching
Growing
away.
boys.
And then my daughter had 2 cheeseburgers and some skirt steak. I'm like, man, where are you guys packing all of this?
Yeah,
Like
Protein.
that's
like
more than I could eat.
yeah, I had what I think it was like 2 brats and a cheeseburger myself. And even then, my aunt was like, "Andale, mijo, you got to eat more. You're too skinny." I'm like, "Yeah, no, I can't fit more."
I got you. So when we actually have a lot in common. You mentioned earlier in our conversation about you used to have your FFL license and things like that.
Yep.
We did as well. Up until the pandemic, we had a gunsmith shop
Yeah. Same here. Same
called
here.
Ferguson Gunsmithing and Training because we did the concealed carry training and things like that as well.
Okay.
My my head gunsmith was from the military, retired, and that was his job in the military. I guess there was I can't remember the name of it. Over in Germany, one of the bases had a large underground range,
Oh, that's nice.
and he was in charge of it for several years. And he married a lady over there who stayed in Germany, and he came back to the States to finish his retirement here.
Hmm.
And then right before the pandemic came, he went over, and he's not been back.
Oh wow. No,
Uh,
yeah, I had the same thing. I was doing gunsmithing and transfers.
yeah,
Uh, the name for the business was the Right to Bear Arms, and I had I had the 3% logo and then two ARs.
yeah,
But things happened last year, like I was explaining it to you
yeah,
backstage,
yeah.
and so I'm not doing that no more, unfortunately, because
We let off.
one of my customers who was buying from me was going behind my back and selling them to people that shouldn't have, and he got busted.
Oh no.
So the whole ATF came down and closed me down. I was like, you asshole.
Yeah, that sucks. How long does it take to usually to get an FFL license?
Nowadays,
60
um,
bucks, 60 days.
60 days.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depending on a lot of things, but
It
for
depends on
me,
your background,
yeah, for
the,
me,
the
it
location.
was for me it was fast tracked. I would say because
Military.
one, I had the military. Two, I actually went through a gunsmithing course
Okay.
through SDI, Sonora and Desert Institute.
Yeah.
I went
Yeah.
through that. I did both the pistol and the AR classes. So I did that, and then I submitted my paperwork, and I think I had it. I had my license within a month, and then I had an FFL personnel here, and we were going through the whole binder of rules.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He inspected my office, the locker I had for my transfers when they would come in. It was all locked, bolted to the wall.
Yeah.
So it was relatively easy for me on my end because again I didn't have any issues in my background, no police interactions, no nothing. So it went relatively smooth for me. I think I've had in my time of me holding my FFL license, I had two visits for they just inspect
Yeah.
they inspect the R&D book, and that was pretty much it. Other than that, they left you alone. You do your own hours. As long as everything's good, they don't really hit you with anything.
They,
But you do have to keep your doors open at any point in time. They can pop in and be like peekaboo. You'll be like, oh
yeah.
damn,
Yeah.
ATF here. And
Make it-
a lot of the ATF agents they're not even armed when they come and inspect. So when you open the door and you're carrying, so they're like, what you
I did
doing?
have I did have one interaction. They never came to investigate, my book work or anything like that. We
Mhm.
kept it all up to date and that kind of thing. But I kind of did somewhat the same as you did. I had a young man who did stippling
Oh, nice, yeah.
on his own, and he wanted to work under my license or kind of thing, whatever.
Hmm.
And I said, that's fine, but all the uh, incoming, outgoing has to go through me.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
I said, because it's going to be tracked that way.
Yep.
Well, he ended up not doing that.
Yeah. That way you can regulate on your own what it is. Everything that's happening.
I can
Yeah.
regulate,
Yeah, Josh.
making sure he's turning stuff around and not holding on to it,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But he went behind my back, did the same kind of thing. And I was sitting here at the house one day, and the ATF pulled up to my front door.
Oh,
And they were armed, both of them.
oh
And,
wow.
and I said, yeah. And they asked if I knew this John. I said, yeah, I do. Well, he got a couple of guns from a couple of police officers in Tennessee, and he hasn't returned them.
Oh wow.
So I said, okay. I said, do you want to give me a ride up to the shop? And we went up, and I made him send me the code to his safe.
What up, Vance?
Hey, Vance.
What's up, Vance?
And we got it all taken care of there. It ended up costing me money because I took every firearm he had, sent it back to the people the way I found them,
Yeah.
and told them, I said, look, I talked to ATF. I never accepted money for this. He did this all behind my back in his name, so you need to deal with him.
Yeah.
No, we never got in trouble. No slap on the wrist or anything like that.
Mm.
The sad thing is the young man went into the roofing field afterwards and fell off a roof and killed himself, got killed.
Hmm.
Oh
Dang.
damn.
And he was a military vet. He spent some time in Iraq. So, I wanted to help him as much as I could.
Mm.
Yeah, I always enjoy going to the gun ranges and shooting, even though I can't see. I have a CPO, out of Michigan. I'll go in, and the instructor, he'll take down the side walls and stuff like that, and just say, "Hey, here you go," and he'll shut it down for me, and it's just relaxing. Just something about just shooting. It's just relaxing.
I call that aromatherapy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100.
Yep.
See, I'm not allowed to go shooting no more, but I have some gunpowder. I crack open. I'm like, close the background. It sucks, man. Like what that gentleman did, it screwed me over pretty good, man. And I was just like, because I had the ATF literally crawling on my back because of that. And
yeah, I remember we were talking about it.
It was such a disaster, and they were like interrogating me, and they were like, "Did you know he was doing this?" I was like, "No." I was like, "I'm not a damn mind reader." Like, goddamn. Yeah. They were trying to hit me with what he did. I'm like, "Oh, look." I was like, and I told the ATF agent, I was, "Look, man." I was like, "If I go buy a truck and I decide to mow down 15 people with said truck, are you gonna blame the dealership that sold me the truck, or are you gonna blame me?"
Yep.
And the guy was like, "Yeah, you're right. I was like, exactly. I was like, so I had no indication he was doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
One, he passed the background check perfectly fine all the
That's
time.
what I was going to say. That was on them.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
he passed it perfectly fine. Money was right. Why am I going to question it? If he's buying a gun or two guns every month, why am I going to be like, what are you doing? No. The man loves his guns, okay, but, apparently he was buying them and then going around and doing his thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
So I had to surrender my license. I was like,
Wow, that's
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So how did in your state, how did the background process work? In Alabama, you call right into the.
Well, I think everything up here is computerized.
Well, it is here now as well.
Yeah.
But
So
what Florida does, instead of going to the database directly, we have to pay Florida money every check. We pay the state of Florida like $10 for every check we make. Then they send it from their computer system into the Fed system, and it comes back.
Nope. For me, everything was computerized. In 23 when I started, so I had access to the handgun background check through the state, and then I had the NICS. So everything, once I inputted the customer's information, it went in, got kicked back. Maybe I have to say maybe like 30 minutes or less.
Yeah.
Normally,
I would get it instantly back. Some people would just be like, "You hit submit," and boop, pops back.
that's the way mine is because I had the clearance from Homeland Security and things like that before I ever got my FFL and things.
No, but yeah, mine was pretty simple. I think I think probably in my time of doing the FFL work, I had maybe like one or two people that the background check took like 7 days to
Yeah.
come back. And one of those people was one of my bosses from my old job. And this man was a Marine through and through. He did his 20. The man had clearance more than I ever did. Um, he had some nice equipment, and he waited 7 days. I'm like, boss, I was like, look, man, I was like, it's been 3 days. You can come pick your stuff up. Like, you don't need to wait. He's like, no, 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 no. I can. I'll wait till you get that, that
Yeah,
green
don't make
back.
the clearance. Yeah,
I'm like, all right, but like, you don't have to because I know you, and I'm like, you got a CCW and everything. I'm like, I know you're good.
And
You
that's what
don't.
some people don't understand. When it comes down to it, it's pretty much up to the discretion of the FFL holder to let them have the gun or not.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
And I've had a few people that were like, when they started talking, they were questionable. Like my mind started going off. I was like, red flag, red flag, red flag. Nope.
yeah. You can generally tell people.
I had one customer when he was filling out the paperwork. He was like, it says something about mental institution. I'm like, yeah. If you've ever been in one of those, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be a negative on my end. No,
Yeah,
you ain't receiving this piece. No, thank you. I was like, don't even bother filling it out. You're gonna be denied. Nope.
yeah. And people get, some of the people, the owners get pissed off if somebody's in there filling it out, and and then the purchaser is like, oh man, you don't even know me. He goes, no, he goes, I don't have to know you. I just can tell the questions you're asking. He goes, that's up to my judgment whether or not to sell it to you. You fill out 100 pieces of paperwork, but it don't mean I'm gonna, finish the paperwork and sell you the firearm, whether it be a shotgun, pistol, rifle. He goes, that's up to my discretion because I got a good friend here in Kentucky that owns a huge, gun shop like mom and pop and stuff like that. So I know some states, like with people that are like visually impaired, stuff like that, sometimes the FFL, the place will fill it out, and then somebody will sign as a witness. And some places you have to have two people, a person to write everything for me, and then also a witness for them to sign it, and then I have to sign it too.
Yeah.
It just depends, with the discretion of the FFL holder.
Well, then we're going to take a quick break for a couple of commercials real quick for our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Right.
Operation Deeds, Not Words 2 is dedicated to empowering and uplifting disabled veterans and first responders through unwavering support, meaningful resources, and real opportunities that honor their service and sacrifice. Our mission is to build a thriving, impactful organization driven by the shared vision, commitment, and accountability of our team, because when we work together, there is no ceiling on what we can accomplish.
We are equally committed to the growth of our team members, actively encouraging them to expand their voices, followings, and businesses as essential pillars of our mission. Being part of Operation Deeds, Not Words reflects great credit upon our members, uniting communities in the Fat Man Nation. Green Line morphs under a shared purpose rooted in service, resilience, and action-driven impact. Deeds, Not Words.
Looking to take your reptile game to the next level? Husbandry Pro is the all-in-one tool serious keepers and breeders trust. Track feeding, sheds, weight, breeding, and lineage, all in one place. Monitor your entire collection with ease, stay organized, and never miss a detail again. Whether you've got a few snakes or a full-scale operation, Husbandry Pro keeps your records dialed in and your animals thriving. And right now, you can try it. Free. Use code RIVENSFORGE. 60 and get 60 days free. That's Husbandry Pro, built for keepers by keepers.
Well, that was nice, man. That was some nice.
Appreciate all the sponsors.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, Husbandry Pro has been something I never thought I would use in the beginning. But once you get all of your animals into it, it's the way to go for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I know Husbandry Pro. I started using it recently under the free one, and then the animals. Like I have also reptile ads. Zach owns those two,
Right.
and you can use your Husbandry Pro stuff and just put it right into the to the reptile ads. Like if you're selling it, they got a new thing where you can just hit the button and it goes right over the
Yeah.
ads.
I might have to check out reptile ads.
And it's free. Reptile Edge is free until October.
Yep,
Oh,
October
nice.
1st. Yep.
That's what's up. No, but yeah, it's pretty much like we were talking about earlier about FFL. It's pretty much up to the discretion of the FFL. But
Yeah,
there are some FFL people that are like, they're not doing right by other people. You know,
yeah.
there's a local guy here who is like an old timer, and he is just as shady as can be.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
And like, I've had people that used to go to that person that started coming to me because they were like, man, it takes like 2 weeks for me to get my firearm from this guy. Like he's holding on to it for some unknown reason. Because I have a Navy buddy who went to him, and he's like, bro, he's like, it sucks that you lost your license, and like I can't even get my gun from him. Like he's holding the hostage. I'm like, bro, you can't do that. Like he got to send it back to wherever you got it from because like that's not right.
Yeah.
And so it sucks, man. It sucks to like not have my license because
Yeah.
I was doing pretty good, man. Like financially wise, me having my license was like I was I was doing good, and it was just when it hit, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I know. As you were, doing like you said, your guns and stuff like that with your FFL, you had a pretty decent sized collection of snakes and stuff too, and
Yeah.
that kind of, went to shit there
Well,
for a little bit. But
that went to shit because of one person who
yeah,
decided to take my collection and not want to give it back, even though people were offering money to get
hmm
my collection back.
yep, yeah,
Like a month or two, like after I got out of jail and I started my whole court case because of what happened. I know of people that offered him more than what he was asking to get my collection back, and he said no, flat out told him. And I got the proof. I
yeah,
got I got I got the receipts of people saying, "Hey, I want to buy back Jesus's collection. I'm offering this much money,"
hmm
and he flat out said no.
Hmm.
And I can tell you right now, if I ever see that gentleman, I'm gonna have some wise words because he owes me a ton of money.
Yeah, that's not right. I mean,
A ton of money. I really don't care about the rats, but the collection that I had,
yeah. It was quite significant.
yeah, and the two snakes, and two of the snakes alone, value wise, not for what I paid for, but the value of themselves alone was at least 12K.
Yeah,
And I had some snakes from Billy from Mutation Creation, which I paid a pretty good, decent amount of money. I had snakes from Richie from Capital City that I paid a decent amount of money, and then and and snakes that I bought from other people through auctions because we from other people. I think I had about 80 snakes and about like 30 babies, and I had custom racks built that I spent a pretty good penny on. That he sold them and got rid of everything, and
yeah,
I was just no.
I don't know him, but he's a sorry human being.
Yep. Because if somebody's offering you more than what what
Well,
you were asking,
he had no stake in the game, and he didn't do what he was supposed to do to begin with.
yeah. Because I mean, I told, and I was pretty clear with him. I was like, look, man. I was like, because once I started my whole court case, and I told him, I was like, look, man. I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen to me. I don't know if I'm gonna be going in or I'm gonna be staying out. I was like, once my case closes, I'll be reaching back out to you because like I'll have the money like a month after because then that's when they like give you back your bail money.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll have it. But by that time that came, I'd have to say probably 90% of my collection was already sold.
yeah,
And he kept probably a few of the snakes that I had in there. And he sold a lot of my snake racks because I had a custom built 102 FB5 hatchling rack,
Yeah.
custom built by Naughty by Nate from Nutty Balls.
Okay.
And then I had this right here. This was custom built by Nate from Nutty Balls. I had three of these and two double wides. that held 55 series tubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite a
So
bit. It adds up.
yeah, I spent in total in snakes and racks. I probably had about 20K.
At
Yeah.
least, yeah. I remember all we were talking about it a while back and all the stuff that because I was going to get some custom racks and stuff, and
Yep.
it's just unfortunate, man, that somebody like that would take advantage. I mean, there's people out there every day that would take advantage of people like that.
Yep. And then I know of another person that reached out to him because this person was trying to buy back two specific nicks. He's like, "Hey," I was like, "I want them back," because he was gonna bring them back, send them back up to me. And the guy that took my collection was asking for a lot more than what. So I was like, man, you know what? He had no intention of ever giving me back my collection. He
Yeah.
saw what I had and he kept some of them. I know for a fact he did.
Oh, I'm sure. So, what got you into reptiles in the beginning?
Um, Actually, I've been into reptiles since I was like about 16. My oldest sister, was the first one to give me a snake. It was just a regular normal back in like 2004,
Right.
2006. She gave me my first snake. And then I went into the military. I got out. I bought like 15 or so snakes between 20 and 20, 21, 22. I ended up buying a lot of snakes. I had regular, I just had some ball pythons. I think I had an albino and some other things. I know I had a corn snake, a Colombian red tail. So I had a plethora of different snakes, and I had rodents too back then. And then my uncle called me from Indiana. He was like, "Hey man," he's like, "I'm opening a repair shop. You know, could you come down and help?" Because at the same time I was doing mechanic work. So I was like, "Yeah, sure. I'll come down." At that time I was living with my mother. My mom was like, "You better take them snakes or sell them snakes, because I ain't taking care of them shits." My mom's old school Mexican. She sees a snake, she thinks it's dangerous. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for
um,
sure.
I sold my collection to a local guy. Which in return I got a nice back tattoo out of. And yeah, I went down to Indy and stayed there for a little bit, helped my uncle, get his shop off the ground. And I came back. By that time, me coming back, I ended up meeting my ex-wife at that point, and I got married, became a stepdad, and then I had two more kids after that. And then ever since then, I never got into the hobby back because she didn't like the snakes. So as soon as I got divorced, I fucking nosedived right back in.
Sounds
Uh,
like me when. I'm sorry, Jesus. Go ahead.
no, I dived back in right after the divorce in 22. I started buying snakes, and then like you, G-Paw, I had 10 tanks going, and I was like,
Yeah.
this ain't working. I was like, let me build a rack. So I built my first rack was made out of melamine. I have
Yeah.
the initial rack, which I'm
I
using
think
right
everybody's
now. I'm using that rack right now because that rack was too heavy for that one person to take.
Oh yeah.
So I got that, and I got that 55 right here, right next to me. So, and then I had a couple people donate snakes because I got out of my original collection. I was able to get back six because of another local guy, Eddie from Static Morphs.
Yeah.
He saved six of my original snakes that I had, which I thank him for every day. Because I would have been so upset to lose my Ultramel group and my Black Pastel Pie group. I would have been upset. Um, so I got that. Then Postal Pythons donated uh, 11 snakes to my collection. Wiz donated a snake or two to my collection to get me, back off the ground and back into the game of things.
Well,
So
if you
yeah.
could add any one snake now, what would it be?
Any recessive gene?
Whatever.
I really want to work with Sandblast. That's a dominant gene, but I want to work with Sandblast. Yesterday on the show, Big Mike from across the pond, I talked to him. So I'm working. I might be working in a new gene that's not seen in the States. I
Oh,
really fell in love with the gene when he was showing it off backstage. I'm not gonna say too much about it,
yeah.
but it's really nice, and I'm looking forward to that gene coming in. I'm getting a 1.1
There you go.
from Big Mike. Thank you, Big Mike. But yeah, Sandblast is one of the genes that I really like. I mean, I work DG, I work Ultramel. I have a 3 or 4 Pied projects right now. One of the other things that I'm looking for is a OD Pied with VPI and like Het DG Het Hypo combo.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a male. Because I got 3 girls that are that are OD Pied triple het at 66% and above, and they're triple het for VPI, DG, and hypo.
Dang.
All 3 of my girls. So I'm looking for a boy around that same ballpark,
Right.
so I can hopefully get some. And the god, odds gods are in favor. I get some really cool visuals out of that. So I'm on the hunt for one of those boys.
I got you. Well, somebody out there's got one. So
Yeah,
they're
I mean,
listening.
I got Morph Market open right now, and there is some out there. They're a little bit of cheddar. They
Yeah,
cost a
for
little
sure.
bit of money for
Yeah.
the boys. But right now, I think the most expensive one out there is 25.
Thousand.
2500,
Oh, okay.
and it's a super OD Pied double head VPI DG. There's a lot of more that are OD hypo Pied het VPI, and so
All those combinations, yeah. So, would you living up north? Do you ever go ice fishing or snowmobiling or anything like that?
okay. I'm
Or is it cold not for you?
I'm not that enthusiastic about ice fishing, but snowmobiling, yeah, I do like
Yeah,
snowmobiling. I don't know, man. Digging a hole over ice.
Hey, that's the
It would
more
be my
thing there.
it would be my luck that I'm digging a hole through the ice and all of a sudden you see a crack and then I'm like, oh crap. No.
Yeah, my luck, I'd be in the middle of the circle, got a
Yeah.
chainsaw, making a circle, and the circle will be around me. That'd be my luck.
Yeah, so
Big circle.
I do like snowmobiling. I've done snowboarding when I was younger, so I do like deer hunting. So
That's
hunting
always fun.
is one of my things that I do like. That's a pretty much like an avid pastime up here, going hunting.
Yeah,
Now I'm gonna have to pick up bow hunting, so because I can't do
Yeah.
yeah.
no
What,
more.
what about muzzle loading? Can you still do that or no?
Muzzle loading is still allowed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's allowed, but going back to the roots, I used to actually be in archery when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I was a part of the archery club, and I was pretty good at it. I don't like the recurve bows a lot. I don't really like a lot of the new bows. I'm more in tune with the traditional longbow
Right.
that they used to have in archery class. So
Those bear bows, long bows.
Yeah.
yeah, the longbow. Yeah, I was pretty good with that thing at like 40, 50 yards. I could hit dead
pretty
center
damn good.
on a target. So I'm just gonna go back to that. So
Yeah.
looking forward to that this year.
That was the first bow I ever had. It was a bear, I think 40-pound longbow.
Yeah,
And
they're
of course-
nice. I mean,
Of course, it was
I like-
all bear. There was no sights or anything like
No.
that. You just had to
I
learn
mean-
how to shoot it.
I think I had an old red one. I don't remember what kind it was.
yeah.
But
Nowadays, bows are too much wheels, the doohickeys and doodads. I'm like, no, that takes it away. From the actual.
It's a,
yeah,
another piece of machinery now.
Yeah. So I like more the longbow.
shit. You don't
And
need
then-
a bow. They got probably drones and shit you can use now to deer hunt. Just sit at home
You
and
know.
take it
What's
out.
that? What's that other thing? Crossbow. I really do
Crossbow.
like crossbows.
Yeah, that's almost
Yeah.
like that's about the same as shooting a gun.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this deer season. You know, going out with a bow. So
Now, do you have property that you own that you go, or you just kind of go
no,
on state land? Or
I go in public. Unless one of my friends up north, hits me up and he's like, "Hey, you want to go bow hunting up here?" I'll be like, "Yep,
yeah,
let's go." So
It was
I got. Go ahead.
learning when I moved here from Kentucky
Hmm.
was a whole new experience deer hunting. Up there we got some, just like Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin, we
Hmm.
got some good sized deer.
Yeah.
And I come down here and I'm hunting and saw a chihuahua run across the field with horns on it.
There ain't a lot of meat on that, man.
oh man,
The crazy thing, right across 10 miles into Alabama,
Mm.
they'll triple in size.
Well, it depends on the food source too.
Yeah.
corn.
Well, they got a
Because
lot
up
more.
here, I can tell you right now, up here people be corn, be dropping some corn barrels out into the
Oh
woods.
yeah,
Well, they have a lot more farms and actually hunting clubs in Alabama.
Mm.
And they plant monstrous plots of food and grain.
Yeah.
And
That's the way to go. Like plant some food for the local deer population.
yeah.
They'll go from 100 pounds to like 200 pounds,
yeah.
and then you can take them. So
The,
yeah,
the thing about it here, in Kentucky, we could pretty much go anywhere we wanted. People didn't care, as long as you were respectful and things like that.
hmm
Here, you either have to pay some good money to join a hunting club,
mm.
or you can go on the state land, but that's kind of like hunting at your own risk. I can
Yeah.
remember back when the lasers first got big and things, walking out of one of the land management areas, and some asshole had a red dot on me.
Do you not see the orange, my friend?
Yeah, but we had
There's
a we had a fun conversation about that.
oh yeah. There's a it's called an eye scope. I know this is not off topic, but like for blind people, it's called an eye scope. It like
Mhm.
mounts on the gun or crossbow or whatever, and you can hook it to a phone with a cord, and the person that has a vision that can see like on their phone. It's
Mhm.
like I don't know if you can see my hands or not because I got the screen on, but it's like a round, like a regular scope with the crosshairs, and they just tell you to go up or down or over and left, and once you get in that crosshairs, you just shoot, and they tell you when to shoot.
No, you still have your camera off, Mike.
Huh?
Your camera's off, my guy.
The camera's off.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Damn, I've been sitting here the whole time thinking it was on. Shit, no. It's just like a regular phone, but if you're looking through a scope, the crosshairs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just like on your phone, but they tell you like go up or down, and it shows the deer like through the scope. It'll show it on the phone
That's pretty cool that they have that.
when they're looking at it. Yeah.
Well, I don't know, and that's something that Nick said something about it the other day on one of his shows. And you probably know, Mike, more than I would know. How close are they to something like like on Star Trek, where the one guy had the electronic eyes per se?
Yeah.
How with some kind of neuro emitters kind of thing? How far fetched is that happening now, or do you know?
They've had the Argus 2 out for 25 years. It's an implant. It's for people with retinitis pigmentosa. They implant it in the back of the eye, and it kind of heats up the retina, and it kind of sends signals to like these glasses, and it has like a battery pack, and you kind of look like a robot and all this other crazy stuff. But once they implant that into your eye, they can't take it out. So I did not want that because maybe if they come up with something later in life, they're not going to be able to take it out. But I mean, they've got these Meta glasses out now. I've been trying to see what they cost, and been wanting to see if I could try to get a pair of those because they say you can either like video chat with someone, or you can like ask somebody like hey Meta or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you like what's in front of you and stuff like that.
Wiz has the Meta glasses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to message him, he can tell you all about them.
Okay. Yeah, I know some of them are anywhere between like $300 or $400 all the way up to expensive.
Yeah.
So it just really depends on how much you want to spend on them, but
So there is a gentleman close to me here who is getting out of the business who has some sandblast stuff. I think it's he got some sandblast tides. If you want me to find out what he's got for you, I will.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I've been looking at some sandblast on Morph Market. Right now, like I said, I'm focusing on a lot on the Ultimo that I do have, the clowns that I do have, the VPI projects that I do have. So right now, technically, I have 2 spots open on my rack, and those are going to be reserved for the 2 snakes that I'm looking to get from Big Mike,
Okay.
because I'm literally going to be the forefront to that gene
Here in the United
coming
States.
Yeah,
coming
for
to
sure.
the U.S. So
Now,
I'm
is the
looking,
sand? Oops, sorry, Jesus.
so I'm looking forward to that. So for sure,
Now, is the sandblast in the urban camo too? I can't honestly remember.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, it is.
Sandblast is part of the urban camo. Like you can, yeah, that turns into an urban camo.
Okay, with other gene. Okay, I wasn't for sure.
But I like what it does when you put Sandblast to like hypo, and then you put Ultramil to that. It goes crazy. So I'm like, I want it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I need to build another snake rack. So before I buy any more snakes.
Well, if down the road you find yourself needing clown stuff, hit me up. I'm probably got
Oh,
something for you.
yeah, I have right now. I have a nice Cypress Clown Boy. Here, let me grab him.
Yeah, there you go.
So how's your stuff going, Mike? Your daughter feeding them, or you got them taking care of them in between going back and forth, or what?
Actually, I got my collection at a friend's house. They live him and her and her husband. They live about 20 minutes from me.
Yeah.
So I go over there and feed and stuff like that. They have a huge area because they also breed and stuff.
Okay, that's cool.
Somebody that I trust and stuff like that. So, but
This
Yep.
is my Cypress Clown Boy right here.
Let me figure out how to do that.
my big leopard clown girl, she's been on the heat quite a bit. I go over there a couple times a week and visit and feed and clean and help them feed and clean and
Yep.
stuff like that too. So
That's nice. Now I've got a Cypress Stranger Clown Girl.
Oh, that's nice. But yeah,
Yeah.
this is my boy. He's one of the clowns. The other clowns that I have are females, but
Yeah.
he's my only boy, and he got paired up to a queen bee extreme gene clown yellow belly girl.
Nice.
dang, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. She's pretty crazy. She's VPI too, so
Oh, there you go. You can't go wrong there. Yeah, I want to try to get puzzle into some sunset clown stuff. I have a clown hat sunset male I produced last year, and I want to get a puzzle female to grow up and put into the clown sunset stuff with the pie.
Well, I've got a 1.1 puzzle growing up right now.
Okay.
I actually got 5 snakes while I was in the hospital.
and this is hold on. Stay right there, Gamora. Do not move.
Uh.
So this is the girl that he got paired up to.
Okay, nice.
She's chunky, so
That's how you know they're eating good.
hopefully she gives me some babies pretty soon because they locked up about 3 times.
Well, that's good.
So, yeah. So that
Yeah.
extreme gene really
Mm.
wonkies out the pattern.
Yeah, it does.
During breeding season, how often do you pair?
3 times. Like I try to put the boys in there 3 times with them.
Like once a month or once every
Once
6
a
weeks?
month, yeah.
Once a month? Okay.
I try to give the no, you gotta go back in your tub. You can't go out. I try to give the boys a nice decent break in between so
Yeah.
they don't get too exhausted from doing their duty.
Yep, for sure.
Well, what That'd be a horrible life, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You get exhausted from doing your duty.
I had that happen. One of the boys that I had from my original collection, I think he was I think he was a black pastel pied, and I paired him up to a cine pied that I had, and he literally like once a month I put him in with the cine pied, and after that third time, I think like a couple weeks later, he was done. Like I went into the tub and he was belly up. I'm like,
I
no.
had a heart attack.
I was like, God dang it. And then the mom gave me eggs. She gave me 6 good eggs, all great veins. I hatched out 6 beautiful babies, and one of them was a pied out of that whole clutch. And 2 days after they hatched, the mom went belly up. I'm like, man, come on.
Dang.
Huh.
So I was really mad. I mean, at least she saw, the babies hatched, and I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And then boom, 2 days later, I'm like, no.
Right.
Yeah, at least you didn't pass before they, before she laid and stuff like that. You would have lost them all.
Yeah. And I
We
think
got-
somebody happened to somebody in the group. They mentioned it yesterday in the chat when we were on the podcast that they
I
lost.
can't remember who that was.
They lost 3 out of the 5 clutches. I'm like, ooh, God damn.
Yeah.
So we've got about 70 snakes right now.
Ooh.
Ball
And you
python.
just started in October or November?
Yep.
You got set. Oh, damn.
Yeah,
And
quite a
they are all either visual or het clown.
Okay.
We've got puzzle, pied, hypo, desert ghost,
Nice.
banana, pinstripe, spider, OD, super pastel, krypton, a firefly, clown. I'm trying to think with all the recessives and things. I got a cat up here on top of one of them. Of course, we got blackhead.
Like, it's nice.
I do have a Mojave Lori came from Barchex.
Okay.
Some some calico, cinnamon, black pewter, red stripe.
Nice.
G-Paws got quite the collection.
Yeah, you do.
My stranger stuff. I got a Batman.
Nice.
I do have a one VPI Exantic DG girl.
Ooh, that's nice.
Some spot nose and things like that. Then most of my Exantic though is TSK.
TSK?
Yeah, a lot of people work TSK, not a lot of people work VPI.
I just liked it better, but the VPI that we have actually looks better. It's probably the DG,
Probably, yeah.
Depends on which combination you want to put it in and different conoms and stuff like that too.
I think I have one girl, Gamora. She's the one that has spider. She's the only one that has spider in my collection. I do have one more girl that's spider, but she's not paired up to anything. I'm not pairing her just because she has a really, really bad wobble to her. So she is just a pet snake because I really don't want to pass that wobble on. So
Yeah. I have one spider girl I got from Sammy that is Spider Fire DG OD Het Clown. And she made some beautiful babies for him, so I'm hoping we can do the same.
Nice.
Now I forgot about while I was in the hospital last week or week before, I got 5 snakes in. The wife picked them up for me. We got a scrambler male, a Jedi girl. The scrambler girl, a Jedi girl, a puzzle girl, a super Mojave girl,
Nice.
and I always forget what the 5th one is, but I do have Grim also here.
Oh, nice.
And I inherited 3 carpets. Well, I bought one of them from Kyle at Markham Reptiles.
Don't you have Carnage too, G-Paw?
No, well, I did have a Carnage, but I sent it to Will at Python Portal.
Okay, I remember you. Okay,
Yeah. I've got a coastal carpet. The one I bought from Kyle was a pollen carpet python, and then I've got a brettle as well.
how's that blood?
The blood python is doing great. She eats well, which is good. I never have to worry about scraps between her and the carpets. Anything doesn't get eaten, all I gotta do is throw it in there.
Yeah.
Kind of.
You got her from Bosa, right?
I got the blood from Bosa, yes.
Bosa, yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, all his bloods eat pretty good. There ain't no doubt about that.
He gave me the one you probably seen her before, Jesus. The one that he had called Dulce. But
is that the one that is not the one that's on his logo, is it?
It might be. Let me grab her real quick. Give me a second.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
This one here.
Oh, it's a different one. Okay. Yeah.
She's a sweet girl.
She's a sweet girl. You're grabbing her with a hug.
I'm just not 100% comfortable with her yet. I've not had her that long.
How long have you had her?
Less than a month.
How big is she, G-Paw?
Less than a month, I believe.
Oh, less than a month? Okay.
Yeah. What do you say, Mike?
How big is she?
She weighs, I think, 9 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
She's pretty good size. She's heavy.
Yeah.
She's still growing. She's only a little over 2 years old.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Well, we've been going for about an hour and 15 minutes or so here. How would you like to close out, Jesus? What would you like to tell people?
Oh man, what would I like to tell people? Let's see. Well, getting into the hobby, being a few years in, find yourself a group of people that you can really count on, a mentor or two that can really get you settled in the right direction so you don't be buying snakes left and right.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things that I did when I first got into it. I was buying left and right. I mean, I did get the title of auction god for a reason. I was hitting the auctions pretty hard. But getting focused, dialed in, rock with the right people. They'll always point you in the good direction, and it's fun being a part of the Westang group that I'm a part of, and
oh yeah, definitely
being able to talk to the people from all walks of life, and they're working their projects and doing collabs with other people is really nice, and always do right by people, man. Don't burn bridges. We all have different opinions. We all come from different walks of life. So
that's right.
This karma will come back around and get that ass.
Yeah, it will. It will. Karma will get you.
Well, you're the third Wiz Tang I've had on here.
That's what's up.
I had Elias on first, then Wiz down here.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Look out, Amish Will. We're coming for you next.
I want to get Will on, and I really want to get Ash on if he will.
Ash, I don't know about Ash. Ash is a really.
I respect him a lot, and to me,
oh yeah,
when you talk, it's like you know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's been in the hobby for God, I don't know, I think he mentioned it one time. He's been in the hobby for like I think 10 or more years, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
He's been really quiet, but having him on the panel on Saturdays is a gem because he has so much knowledge that
Well,
he just
you know,
passes on.
and a lot of wisdom that doesn't necessarily disappear.
That too, yeah.
He's
So
when you've been around. I don't know how old he is. I'm sure he's closer to my age than yours. But
probably.
when you've been around as long as we have, you learn a few things and realize you just understand things better.
hmm
You
yeah,
know,
Yeah, Big Mike is
Tom
also
cool
one of those.
collecting too.
Yeah, Big Mike is also one of those people that have been in the hobby for a long time. That when he gets on, everybody's just we pay attention to what is said because I know relatively like in the hobby. Wiz, I think he started in like 1918 maybe
yeah,
before the whole COVID thing. And you see a lot of people that came in during COVID and then they dropped off because they got in it for the money and then they fell off.
Yep.
A lot of people were like that. But, being part of that group, and the amount of time everybody's been in is relatively close
yeah,
because I think I have 3 years in the hobby. Uh, Wiz has like 5 or 6. So I mean, it's good to see somebody like G-Paw and Big Mike, or once in a while when Casey comes on or Levance. The people that have been in the hobby for 10 plus years. It's nice to hear what they have and the knowledge and the wisdom, like you were saying. Because when we were backstage, Big Mike was just dropping a whole lot of knowledge after the show, and
yeah.
explaining the layering of the snakes because he showed us a clutch that he had, and it's the gradients from one baby to another, and you can spot the difference in how he played it out perfectly. It was good to stay backstage and listen to him talk.
I just what I think I had mutation creation on loop
Billy,
last,
yeah,
on loop on YouTube last night, and Billy, I can't remember what gene it was. I was half asleep, but he went through a big layering like that. Had about 20 different snakes out,
yeah.
and it's a recessive. What gene was it?
If it's Billy, I know Billy does the enhancer. He has he has DG.
Oh, this was all about kryptons.
Oh, Kryptons. Okay, yeah.
The difference between cryptic clown and krypton, and the being on the same allele and how everything works. It was one of the best, probably one of the best explanations that I've seen of how it all works like that.
Yeah.
He did a good job of it. Well, Mike, how about you, buddy? Any words of wisdom today?
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on, Jesus, and
Oh, no
everybody in the
problem.
chats and all the sponsors. And I'm going to piggyback a little bit what Jesus was saying, about the mentors. Go to your local shows if you have local shows, or reach out
Excellent.
to people. Don't find a mentor or someone you think that is a mentor that just wants to sell you this and sell you that and sell you this, and you come to find out, they didn't want to answer questions. Just make sure that person really, is interested, because you usually tell if they want to help you with it or not, or just to sell you stuff. That a lot of new people, they want to come. I need to buy this, and this, and if they, the person keeps selling it to you, they just want to sell you, not to be a mentor, which is fine. Some people don't want to mentor people. That's also awesome too. But just go to your local shows and just get to know people and stuff. That's what I did. I did about a year and a half before I started buying a couple of animals, and figure out who was working what, and just work your own thing and then be your own person.
Yeah, make your own path. I think everybody
Yep.
everybody in the group says that.
Yeah, because not
Don't
everything is for everybody. So
Yeah, don't be a follower. It's okay to be different. I mean,
yep, for
we
sure.
all we all are different. We all have our own projects and things that we do, and just
Yep, I
keep in
appreciate you,
tune.
people, and everybody. So
Yeah,
Well, and I agree 100% on the mentor thing. Like you said in the beginning, I bought a lot of pretty things, and
Yep.
with no direction. But I did jump into the social media pretty quick and listen and make friends
Hmm.
and things. And people helped me understand that I needed to focus on something. Luckily, the things that I picked that were pretty, other people think the same way. So I was able to translate that into what I needed
Hmm.
or what I wanted. And with the way we do things, and we work with veterans and things like that, and donate snakes to them and those kind of things. We've had a lot of very nice donations as far as snakes and things go, and so that just about everybody in our group or that we hang out with and chat and thing has mentored me in some way. But I'm not ready to name names yet. But there is a breeder who most people know that's going to be relocating from California. They were going to go to Texas, but we became friends, and they're coming here next month or sometime in June to
Okay.
find
Cool.
a house here in Pensacola, and then move here. I think we're going to do a rodentry here in my house in the garage, and then we can share genetics and things like that. And of course, the mentorship and things is what I'm really looking forward to there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's valuable to have somebody as close as Wiz, that I can, go over to his place from time to time and chat up with him on the weekends and pick his brain. 'Cause, he has 6 years in the hobby and I got 3, so it's bounce off things off of him is pretty cool. Then I got Eddie also in Kenosha, and then Morforge is a
Yeah,
little bit farther away, but still relatively close.
Yeah,
D-
for sure.
and then of course, like you said, DDM's up there too.
Yeah, DDM Reptiles. I'm doing a collab with them, so
They're
Yeah.
good. They're all good folks.
yeah, they are. No, without a doubt. DDM. I've known him for a while now, so I think it's like 2 years now that I've known him. They used to live a little bit closer to me, but now they're all the way up closer to Morforge, and Morforge has been a really big help for them when they were going through their trouble back in I think it was 2024 when they were going through their crisis.
Yeah,
They helped them out a lot. I helped them out, getting them back on their feet too. So helping each other out is crucial, man. Because
Yeah, for sure.
sometimes shit happens and you're like, help, I need help.
yeah.
And that's the ones that you really, know that's there to help you
Yeah.
when time comes.
Well,
Yeah,
I have received plenty of help, and I send as many snakes out for free as I can. If I've got something that's going to help somebody else,
yeah.
I'm pretty easy to get along with. I'll help anybody. Like, I've sent a couple to DDM.
Bosa, what up? There's Bosa.
Where's
Done-
both?
You just missed Dulce. We had her out for a minute.
Yeah. No, it's really nice to see like the people who actually like pull through and help you in your time of need. It's good to see that, man, because although some people are states apart,
Yeah,
we can't always all get together, but Saturdays are our days that we get
Yeah.
on the screen, we chit chat, we bullshit with each other, we prank on
Yes,
each
sir.
other from time to time.
It's okay.
Nice.
It's okay.
But it's good to have that, man.
Okay.
It's definitely, it makes the work week go by quicker
yeah,
when you're looking forward to something like Saturdays and all the camaraderie that we have between each other.
Yeah.
Everybody's so chill. There's no what is that
Yeah.
word? Animosity between us.
right. It's all friendship and
Yeah.
and admiration of one another.
Yeah, and respect. We all respect each other.
Yeah.
Although we're all different, and we all have different
Yeah.
opinions. So,
Yeah.
but come Saturday, it's
Well,
we'll reunite and we talk about snakes. We talk about what we're going through and what we want to do.
I think we all that's one of the things that I guess I want to leave us with is understanding that we all come from different walks and lifestyles.
Hmm.
We all have different, if you want to say it this way, environmental pressures that have shaped us that is different than other people. Your way is not always the best way or the right way. There's more than one way to do anything, and just to be understanding and accepting of people. In my opinion, I come from a conservative time in life and things, and I was pretty judgmental at one time. straight up. But I've come to understand that there's too much there's too much garbage in our society,
That's true.
too much judgment. Uh, it's almost like it's a race that everyone is trying to put heat on someone else so that no one puts heat on them. Try to keep the focus on somebody else. So, it is a fact that today when we go out into the rest of our day and meet upon people, it might be a friendly smile, it might be a kind word that keeps somebody from going on top of a bridge and jumping off.
That's true.
Yeah.
Supportive of our other human beings and love each other and support each other. And don't forget your family, your parents and your grandparents. I'm in that category now, and life is much different than it was when I was my kids' age. But they don't have time for anything,
Mm-hmm.
And they're good to me. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they don't come see me and things. It's just when you get older, you want to see them more. You want to feel their love more. You want to see them grow and progress more, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jesus, I do thank you for coming on and giving us your
No
time.
worries, man.
I appreciate you, Jesus.
Being
Fun, man.
Being our friend and supportive of everyone all the time. We do appreciate that. It stands out, and you are noticed, and you do matter. And
Appreciate
Mike,
it.
I do appreciate you, buddy, for taking a chance on me and
No problem.
trying to help support me and what we're doing here. And this is not about me; it's about us.
For sure, 100%.
It's a hobby.
I appreciate it. Yep.
It's a hobby that we're all in it for, man.
So we're going to go ahead and end it here, and I'll be backstage if y'all want to hang out or whatever. So
Yeah.
y'all, everyone have a good day, and thanks for tuning in. Go hit
Y'all have a
that,
good Sunday.
That's your like button.
go hit that like button, subscribe, share it out, and we'll see you all next week.
Peace.
Looking to take your reptile game to the next level? Husbandry Pro is the all-in-one tool serious keepers and breeders trust. Track feeding, sheds, weight, breeding, and lineage, all in one place. Monitor your entire collection with ease, stay organized, and never miss a detail again. Whether you've got a few snakes or a full-scale operation, Husbandry Pro keeps your records dialed in and your animals thriving. And right now, you can try it. Free. Use code RibbonsForge. 60 and get 60 days free. That's Husbandry Pro, built for keepers by keepers.